My name is Daryl. I am a tutor here on Cambly. Today, I'm going to tell you, new and prospective tutors, some tips, some techniques about how to be an effective tutor here. I will also share with you some of my first experiences and first phone calls on Cambly. And I'm going to tell you why I think Cambly is different, both for students and for tutors. So let's dive right in. First, let me tell you about my first phone calls and my first impressions of Cambly. Now, obviously, I was a little nervous at the beginning, and I will tell you about my first phone call, because you never forget your first time. And my first phone call, to me, was like being thrown in the deep end, because I didn't have only one student, I had a whole family. I had my student, I had his brother sitting next to him in a car, I had his two children in the back, and everybody was talking at the same time. The phone was being passed around from person to person, and I was just doing my best to find out names, to find out why English. And so yes, that was my first phone call. And it was a doozy. But obviously, I've had many phone calls since then. And one of the other first phone calls that I had was with a student that I still see almost every day. And it's amazing to see in 6+ months how his English has grown, how his confidence in English has grown. So that's another first impression I think you guys need to know about, because it shows that you are really touching people's lives. You are helping them and giving them something they are going to use for the rest of their lives. And that is really special. And that is something really special about Cambly. You are going to meet people and have a connection with them. You will find out about their lives and their families. And that is amazing. So yeah, those are some of my first phone calls. Now, let me tell you some tips and techniques that I think are going to help you, and they are things that I wish I had known at the beginning of becoming a tutor. Firstly, let's think about practical stuff. Always have some water. Always go to the bathroom before a session. You could be sitting for 2-3 hours, and you could have a lot of phone calls, so you want to take care of those things. Also, have a comfortable chair. Again, you're sitting for a long period of time. Make sure that you've got all the support in everywhere. That is very important. Now, as for being an effective tutor, I'll tell you what I did at the beginning. Because you're faced with lots of different students with lots of different needs. So it's good to have a list open on another browser or in another Word document, and have there links, have there even your information. If your student wants to learn about adjectives, have something ready so you don't have to search in Google, you don't have to think. You've got stuff ready, a link. Here are good adjectives for a beginner, an intermediate, an advanced. If your student is looking for exam preparation, have your links ready for that. Click here. Okay, here are some questions for speaking. Here are some questions for writing. Here are all my techniques that I use. So it's there straight away for you. That can really make you feel better. The final tip I will tell you is to always be confident when you're speaking. Even if the student asks you a question, you're not sure about the answer, or you're not sure about where to go, speak confidently. Yes, that's good. Let me think for a second. Because you are the teacher, you are the leader, you are the tutor. And sometimes the students, they feel a little lost. So you must at all times be confident. Even when you first answer the phone call, I don't like to dive into asking too many questions. I will ask my student, what can I do for you today? Some students, they have a very set plan on what they would like to do, and some students, they don't know. So again, you have to be the leader and help them. So be confident at all times. Then, let me tell you about why I think Cambly is different from other platforms. Firstly, for the student, I think it is amazing that students can log on at any time of the day and they can find someone to speak to for what they are looking for. If they want to just talk, if they want to prepare for a presentation, they can find someone straight away. And I think that gives them an amazing flexibility and makes them feel like they are empowered. I have a tutor here. I can go and speak to them straight away. I think that is great. Now let me tell you why I think Cambly is good and has great advantages for tutors. Firstly, you have such amazing control over your own time. You can decide when you want to teach, what days you want to teach, what times you want to make available for reservations. You can specify what you are good at, what you are bad at, so that students know before they call. I think all of that gives you an amazing control over your own life, and also gives you the same flexibility that the students have. You are deciding everything for yourself. So that is a great advantage that Cambly has. So yeah, there we go. I hope that this has been really informative to you. I hope that you find a lot of success and that you meet great people and touch people's lives through Cambly. And like I always say in class, I'm going to say bye for now.